Yo, what is up there guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Eddie. We are going to be diving in a little bit closer to the 7-inch light pods made from Maxpeedingrods. This is meant to be a real quick follow-up to the Maxpeedingrods, so let's check them out and see how they perform. Now this is not meant to be a comparison to what I already have on my vehicle, but let's go ahead and take a look and see how these lights perform at nighttime. So first up is going to be the Maxpeedingrods. And we can take a look at the light disbursement. Take a look though guys, you can see the yellow amber, how it disperses the light and how far it travels down to where those white picket fences are. But what really impressed me is these side shooters. But take a look at the right side of the screen. You can see part of that tree is being lit up by the lights. And that's pretty impressive for these budget-friendly light pods. Next up, Oxbeam V Ultras. You guys can take a look how much lighting they push out. The width, the length is all there. Has exceptional lighting that it offers. Now, mind you, I do have 12 pods of those 3-inch pods on top of my roof rack, but the lighting here is very exceptional, at least in my opinion. Next on the vehicle is going to be the Oxbeam Cube Z. These are going to be right on my bumper, and they offer decent lighting. A little bit of width, a little bit of length, not too bad. Then next are going to be the Baja designs. These are the Squadrons and also the S2s combined. Next set of lights are going to be the Special Lighting Sigma X5s. And then lastly, let's see what all the lights look like all together. With all the lights activated and turned on, in my opinion, this is a ton of lighting. I can see everything in front of me, on the side. It just offers so much more lighting in my visibility. Alright, so next I'm going to go ahead and shut them down one by one so you guys can see how much light they produce and how they shut down. And now let's take another look again at the Maxpeedingrods just up close. Again, take a look at how much light they produce width-wise from the side shooters. And let's go ahead and turn all the lights back on. But man, you guys can see that's a lot of light that this produces. And now let's take a look at the different RGB colors. I'll just cycle through them. This is what they all look like at nighttime. And then lastly, we're going to do a point of view, so right from the driver's seat. And then I'm going to turn on my OEM lights. Let's take a look at that. So there's my factory headlights. So let's take a look at the Maxpeedingrods. They do throw out a decent amount of amber light on the width and also right in front of me where the picket fence is at. You guys can see the reflection that's coming off from the pods themselves. And if you combine that with the Oxbeam and the rest of the lights, let's see what that looks like. And again, this is going to be a driving perspective, and you can see now where all the lights are on and just about everything is just lit up. There's no doubt that you will not be able to see anything in front of you when you have this amount of lighting in front of you. You guys have seen the install, and now you guys have seen them perform at nighttime. So what are your thoughts about the Maxpeedingrods? Personally, in my opinion, as long as they produce more light than the factory headlights, I'm okay with it. I'm not going to be too picky on that. It doesn't have to be a top tier name brand. Obviously with my GX, I have several different manufacturers of lights on my GX, so I'm not discriminating. As long as they produce more light, I'm good with that. Alright, so I'm going to sign off. Until then guys, leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if you guys are new to the channel, and I'll see you guys on the next adventure. Peace out guys.